What's up, guys? It's Jake, aka Tag, and today we're coming at you with a 4.3 Golem Lumberjack Baby Dragon Pump deck. And this deck's going to be pretty solid. It's a typical beatdown deck that you've been seeing a lot. And I've really liked this variant of Golem. I used it in a qualifier for the NACCGS, and I was able to 3-crown a lot of people, just get really fast wins, and it's been incredibly good in GCs as well. It gives you fast wins, lots of 3-crowns, and it's one of those decks that you can grind a lot of grand challenge games with because it's a beatdown deck, and there's not a ton of like stressful situations that you would get with Minor Poison. That's why like people that even grinded more grand challenges than me, like iPad Pro Gamer, he was able to get like 700, 800k cards just by playing Golem, endless games of just Golem because it didn't stress him out as much. It wasn't like there wasn't as much thought as you have to put into a Minor Poison deck, at least in my opinion. And so if you're trying to grind fast games, you're gonna get more 3-crowns with this. You're gonna get really fast wins, and you're going to go on to the next one a little bit quicker as well. So how the deck functions is primarily you're going to be trying to get 2 elixir collectors down in single elixir before you drop your Golem in most circumstances. There are other situations that you can drop your Golem before you have a huge elixir advantage, but for the most part you want to be just cycling collectors until double elixir, and then you're going to be dropping your Golem. When you hit double elixir, when you get 1 pump up and double elixir, it's usually warranted for you to drop a Golem after that. So what I mean by cycling is you want to be cycling skeletons. You want to find a way to use your log and either be cycling, well, you typically want to be cycling your low cost units as well, so like Mega Minion and then either Baby Dragon and or Lumberjack, one of those. If they're running like Zap It, you're probably going to be dropping Baby Dragon. If they're running like a Hog Rider deck, you're probably going to be wanting using Lumberjack on defense. Lumberjack's really good. It kills a pencil, aka Battle Ram from full with the tower support, and it actually doesn't even die to lightning. So people don't actually realize that, and of course, after it dies, it gives a rage. So all the supporting units behind the Golem, like the Mega Minion and the Baby Dragon, will do so much more damage. Typically, how you win games is not just the Golem death or not the Golem damage on the tower. It's typically the Baby Dragon locking on to the tower afterwards, and they just don't have an adequate answer to it. Baby Dragon's a really niche card, and it's good in a few decks, but it's not actually good in every single deck, like an Electro Wizard. So that's why I really like it. All right, guys, let's hop into this game against Clash Royale. He has the name Clash Royale, so you know he's a die-hard fan. Obviously, we don't actually get the best starting hand that I want. I usually would want to have Pump in my starting hand. If I have Pump and I have Skeletons, those are generally the cards that I want to be having in my starting hand. Skeletons are really nice to cycle. Pump's just generally what you want to be doing. So if you have that in your starting hand against anyone, you generally want to be dropping it. I'm going to eat that damage. I'm going to cycle a Lightning to get an elixir advantage. And then I'm going to be cycling my Mega Minion, and I'm probably going to be cycling my Skeletons shortly after. Okay, so he does drop Lumberjack. As I said before, Lumberjack will deal with the pencil completely, and he will not get any shots on the tower. So it's pretty awesome that he even has to deal with it. It was a 4-for-4 trade, and then he has to drop 3 more elixir to cycle and defend against the Lumberjack. Otherwise, the Lumberjack would get like 3 or 4 hits on the tower, and he can't have that. So we're just cycling Mega Minion. And now we're able to get back to another pump, and we realized that typically 3 Musketeer decks, when they're running Battle Ram, they're going to be using that to Lightning Block or Lightning Rod, whatever you want to call it. But he didn't actually have it in cycle, so we went for the Lightning on the 2 Musketeers and the tower, and that was really nice. Also, guys, when you're playing against anyone that's running a Musketeer or Electro Wizard or anything like that, and it's behind a tank, you always want to deal with the Musketeer first. Dropping the Lumberjack on top of the Musketeer allowed me to snipe the Musketeer, and then the melee units turned around and then the Knight walked back to my Lumberjack and started attacking it there. So we're doing really well right now. We got 2 pumps up. We're even elixir with him, and he's got 1. We have a 1 pump advantage on him. It's not a full health pump, but it's still a pump in general. The big thing about beatdown is you're eating tower damage to get an elixir advantage that you then convert in one huge push to take out a complete tower. So I ate a lot of damage there, but like it was well worth it. I wanted to get this really big golem push up. I realized that he didn't have Battle Ram and Cycle again, and we punished him pretty hard. We went for that lightning. That's one of the biggest things that can make or break a loss against this specific matchup. If you're not able to get that lightning off on the Musketeers, it's going to be a really rough time. So I actually really favor 3 Musketeer Battle Ram in this matchup, especially when they have Knight as well. So we're doing pretty well. As I said, guys, the way to win this game is letting that Baby Dragon lock on. At this point, I realized I just need 2 lightnings and a log, and I pretty much won this game. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be searching for that lightning. I'm trying to get an elixir advantage. I mean, I do have a huge elixir advantage. I'm just going to be defending his Battle Ram, and then I should be able to go for a lightning cycle. If he drops anything near that tower, I'm going to be lightning in it. If he drops an Electro Wizard, of course it's going to get lightning. If he drops a Knight, it's going to get lightning as well. I believe I lightning at Knights, or if he decides to drop Ewiz, it's going to get lightning. But there's another log. We cycled another log to make sure that we were in range to kill it with 2 lightnings. And yeah, this is pretty much over for him. All we have, well, we got even elixir right now. We're just going to be dropping Mega Minion to defend, and we're just going to be cycling back to that lightning. We're going to log so then the Musketeers don't get, they disperse a little bit, and they're able to actually get dealt with by the Baby Dragon Splash. Lumberjack, as I said before, is so good. Even Skeletons to make sure it doesn't get any hits. And he didn't have anything. We take the game with the final lightning. So this guy's a good player with a counter deck, and we ended up winning the game. So this is why I really like sharing replays instead of like going into live battles. I feel like you're able to cover a lot more, be a little bit more efficient, and show you guys a variety of different matchups. If I go into live battles all the time, I might just get like 3 or 4 Zap 8 players in a row, and then it just takes a much longer period of time for me to like make an actual decent video for you guys. Because I'm always like, why is this guy actually running? Why am I just playing the same matchup over and over again? That's kind of boring, and it doesn't show anything for you. So here we're actually playing a different matchup again. We're playing against, I think this is the 8th win in the challenge. All the guys that I played in this had 80 to 100k cards won that I selected. And they all pretty much knew what they were doing. So he's going to be fireballing that and getting the Hog Rider. We should actually be able to just go drop a Lumberjack. As I said, we're cycling back to that pump, guys. That's pretty imperative. Always getting a pump lead when he can't punish it. He doesn't have fireball and cycle. So we're going to do pretty well. We get a nice log there. That's value. It's +1 trade. He still has to deal with the Mega Minion, which is kind of bad for him, honestly. We're even elixir. I can drop Skeletons if I wanted to, but he does elect to drop a Goblin Gang, so I do have to deal with that. Ideally, I would have been able to counter the Electro Wizard with just Skeletons, and then I would have been able to cycle to another pump. Mega Minion, I have Mega Minion, and I have Lumberjack and cycle for his Hog Rider, so I know that I'm going to do really well. If he drops a Hog Rider right here, I'll just let it go. The Hog Rider will get 3 hits if he fireballs it. If he doesn't, it's just going to get 2, I believe. 1, 2, where's the third one? There's the third one. Okay. So I know that I have basically 2 pumps up. He used his fireball for chip damage on the Mega Minion instead of the pump. So we're doing really well right now. Despite being down in tower damage, when you have a huge elixir advantage with Golem, you really just want to keep it. I noticed that the Goblin Barrel was far in the back. You can deal with it with Lumberjack. You can deal with it with Baby Dragon if you are able to identify it's a Trickster Barrel. You're able to identify if it's a Trickster Barrel or not to see if you pay attention to the shadow of the barrel. If the shadow is vertically demented or distorted vertically, then you know that it's going to be a hipster barrel. It's going to be further in the back. And that's one of the things I looked at. I decided not to use a log. I used a Baby Dragon on defense because the Baby Dragon would I was able to use it for 4 elixir and then actually able to counter push with that. If I dropped a log, I would have committed 2 elixir, but I would have had nothing to counter push with. So it was just a slight minor thing that you guys can definitely incorporate into your own play. If there's ever that type of situation, like when you're running minor control, don't use your Inferno Tower when you don't have to. Use units that can actually defend. Same thing with Golem. If you're going to be dropping, if you see that they're going to be sending like a Hog Rider, or if they're going to be sending anything in the same lane as your Golem, if you're actually able to drop units to defend and it goes behind the Golem and supports the Golem, it's going to make your push a lot better than just using spells to counter counter units. Alright guys, let's hop into the last game against a graveyard player. This guy was the 10th one in the GC for us, so he was generally pretty good. Alright, so as you can see, we have Lumberjack, we have Pump, we have Lightning, and we have Golem in our starting hand. When we have that type of starting hand, we always want to drop Pump in the middle, just because if you drop it in the back, it could really just get decimated by Graveyard immediately. We didn't really give him that opportunity. I was very happy that we didn't, because we would have lost the game immediately to a Graveyard. If he went for like Electro Wizard Graveyard, we wouldn't have really been able to punish it, or we wouldn't have been able to defend. So right now, we saw Goblin Gang, we saw Poison. He committed a lot early on. We would be up 2 Elixir because he dropped 7, we also dropped 7, but we have 2 ticks of Poison, so we're going to be up 2 Elixir. And we're just feeling him out with the Golem right now, just seeing what he's going to be doing. And I was kind of expecting like a Hog Rider deck. I wasn't really expecting something along the lines of this, but he's going to give us some very nice lightning value right there, and then he even elects to go for a Tornado, so we're doing pretty well right now. We should even, I believe we end up just taking the tower outright, but one of the big things to consider against one of these guys, or someone that is playing either Hog Rider if they're being really aggressive early on, if they use a win condition, or if they punish you pretty early on, or try to punish you pretty early on, dropping a Golem is never that bad of an idea if you're up a considerable amount of Elixir and you don't have like Pump in hand, or if it's really far away. And here's one of the things I was saying, guys. We ate a lot of damage against Graveyard, but we ended up, we even lost our tower. But I was very confident in this situation because he used his win condition, which was he used his Graveyard, it's out of cycle, and then he also used his Lumberjack, or he used his, what is it? He used his Pencil, which is the Battle Ram. I always mix it up. I can't stop calling it a pencil, guys. I don't know. It's forever ingrained in my mind as a pencil. So right now, in a 1-1 situation, we have both the King Tower and our tower shooting at his Graveyard if he ever elects to drop it. And it's going to be really hard for him to actually get a lot of damage with Graveyard. It's very favorable in for a Golem player to go same lane as you. So when they actually are forced to go same lane as you to get the tower damage to actually secure the game, you're in a great spot. So this is another reason why Golem's really good. In Grand Challenges, it has great comeback potential, and also like when you just get in 1-1 situations, you're really just going to be thriving and just getting... they literally have to push into an 8 Elixir tank every single time they want to get damage, and it's incredibly good for us. So we just went for lightning chip damage there. We're going to be using our baby dragon, mega minion, and skeletons. And as I said before, guys, we got both towers shooting. So that Graveyard, which would do a lot of damage in a 0-0 game, it just does absolutely nothing. When you're defending stuff, when you're defending anything at all, and you have units on the counter push, dropping the Golem in the middle to tank for those units is always a great play. So, as I said before, we're just going to be lightning this guy out just because he was at 700 damage and there was nothing else for him to do. So we won that game pretty easily. As I said, guys, when it's a 1-1 situation, you really just become in complete control of the game. So, guys, we're going to hop into some live battles right now. I believe we're going to go into one live battle on ladder. Let's see where we're at right now on ladder. We should be pretty high up there, honestly. Or we should be top 200 at least. Where are we? Yeah, so we're 149. I haven't played in a bit. But we're going to go hop into a game with some music right now, guys. We're going to be going Golem. We're going to be adventurous. We're going to show our opponents that we're running Golem because we're in a clan going Golem. That's how you assert dominance, guys. You let your opponent know what you're running. Mind game. Alright guys, that absurdly long wait is done. We're in the game. Let's see how we do again against STK. So obviously, this is not the hand that I really want to have right now. I have Baby Dragon, I have Golem. We don't really know what he has. We're just not going to be dropping anything. We don't want to be cycling and making a bad decision. Give him a good luck. Making him know that we're actually in the game. Drop Baby Dragon so he doesn't get that damage. Skeletons weren't actually going to do anything. We're going to Lightning. Oh, that was well played by him with the Knight. We're gonna log plus skeletons. Make sure that the yeah, the Hog Rider will die, and we will actually get back to a pump. We're gonna pump over there because he probably has lightning, and his Hog Rider is not in cycle to punish us right now. I assume as soon as he hits 6 elixir, he's gonna be lightning that. He does. So we get a +1 trade there, and that's pretty good for us. He is now, I believe, 3 cards or 2 cards away from his Hog Rider. So if we go for a Golem, he's going to have to drop things in the same lane as the Golem. He's not going to be able to push us immediately in the opposite lane. Unless he cycles like a madman. Does he want to cycle 3 cards, or does he want to go same lane as our Golem? I guess he's going to go same lane as our Golem. Now he's going to start cycling. We drop Mega Minion off to the side. We just need 1 Baby Dragon hit, and then we can lightning it, honestly. We're going to log that, actually. Log should be able to kill the Axie right now with the splash damage of the Baby Dragon. We're going to drop Lumberjack right now. Lumberjack behind the Golemites is always great. Oh, the Baby Dragon is locked on, or the tower's locked onto the Baby Dragon. That's not great for us. But we're getting the tower damage, guys. We're asserting dominance. We're going to go for Elixir Collector again, guys. That's always the maneuver. Hopefully he drops a Hog Rider near his Executioner. He's probably not going to, though. We're going to lightning it, and then we're going to drop our skeletons. We're going to drop Mega Minion off to the side. And then we should be ready to go for another Golem. He might take, yeah, he's going to take that pump out as well. That's kind of bad for us. Not going to lie, that's pretty bad. We're going to lightning right now. Kill the Ice Spirit as well, which is really nice for us. The Executioner is really far out of cycle for him. We might even be able to get a second Golem down on the field, guys. No, we're going to go for a Lumberjack to kill the his Executioner. And also drop another Baby Dragon. Oh wow, he's doing this pretty well. He's actually defending. Going to be dropping a Golem in the middle. Trying to get more chip damage. We're going to try to win this. Hopefully he doesn't get back to Tornado in time. We're going to drop our Mega Minion. He does get back to Tornado. Okay, well played, sir. This might end up being a draw.
Use the cup. Okay, Google.
Oh man, Google ads though.
4 cups equals 192 teaspoons.
192?
All right, we're going to be dropping our Baby Dragon, and we're going to be dropping our Golem in the front so it doesn't get Tornado this time. You know, I mean, it still might get Tornado, but it's less likely of getting Tornadoed. Baby Dragon's locking on. Baby Dragon asserting dominance. We need a lightning right now, guys. It's not going to happen. He's going to defend. He's barely going to defend. He held on. Oh, we're getting BM'd. I love it. Let's hop into another game, guys. Alright, guys, we just got a game. Playing against the 50 Kings member right now. We do not have Pump in our starting hand, so we're just going to be waiting and seeing what our opponent does. Because we don't really want to cycle 4 elixir cards. Give him a good luck. We're 1 card away from Pump. Alright, if it hits like 2 minutes, I'll cycle a Lumberjack. Because I want to actually win this game. I don't want to get another draw like we just had. I don't like draws, guys. Alright, we're just going to cycle Lumberjack. Okay, so he's running Electro Wizard. Gonna Collector. See what he's running. Oh, he's running Graveyard, the Skill Yard. That's great. Gonna have to log that as well. This is kind of bad news bears for us. Eating a lot of damage. Because he did get a poison as well. Alright, we're going to be getting a lot of Baby Dragon hits there, actually. That's good for us. We drop Mega Minion. And then go for another Collector. Doesn't have any way of punishing this right now because his cycle is way slower than ours. And he cycled Knight that lane, so that means that he's probably going to go for a graveyard. So after we defend, we should be able to win the game. If we're able to defend this, we're in a huge advantage. We're going to drop Log, we're going to drop Skellies. Baby Dragon, after defending that, is going to be a huge asset on our push. It's going to be a huge asset. Going to drop our Mega Minion. See what he does. He's going to give us nice lightning value. I believe he does. Do we hit the Baby Dragon? Oh, we don't actually hit the BABD. That's unfortunate. He does have Bowler out of cycle, so we're going to go for our Lumberjack. He was able to defend that pretty well. That's quite annoying, actually. Alright, we gotta make something happen right now. We gotta drop our Golem. We're gonna make some magic happen. We're gonna get a really nice lightning right here, and we're gonna log. We gotta kill that bowler. We gotta get some Baby D hits on the tower. We need it. It's imperative. That's our only goal in life right now, is getting those Baby D hits. Lumberjack's gonna get on tower. We will win this game. Alright, guys. Give him a good game. Give him a well played. So this was actually a very difficult matchup. Not one of my favorite matchups at all. Probably one of the harder matchups in the for the Golem deck, and I just beat it here live for you guys. I'm glad that we got a difficult matchup at the end, and I'll actually be including that draw that I had earlier in the video. So guys, as always, thanks for chilling with me. If you guys liked it, I really appreciate any comments or suggestions below. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys.